Hello students, today's class we will see about the continuation of this covalent molecule. I think last video we have seen the examples of homo molecules like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine. I think in hydrogen a single covalent bond forms. On nitrogen we said three covalent bonds, that is triple bond there, and for oxygen case double bond, that is two single covalent bonds, and in chlorine single covalent bond we have seen. Now today's class we will see about these hetero molecules for covalent thing. So covalent molecule means we have seen covalent bonding, actually it says a sharing of electrons between the two non-metallic element. See here the example which we are going to take here is water, H2O. See, two atoms of hydrogen, two is not visible, and one atom of oxygen. So we are going to see the hetero atoms there, which is going to combine to give a covalent molecule. See, now in this case atomic orbit structure of water. See, hydrogen, each hydrogen, see you are going to draw oxygen in the center and two hydrogen atoms. Normally students will make a mistake in writing the hydrogen in the center and two oxygen, showing the formula as HO2. So don't do that. Oxygen in the center and two hydrogen atom on either side of the oxygen atoms. So now we'll see how the covalent molecule forms in this case of water molecule. See, oxygen, you know, two electrons in the K shell and L shell, 8 that is remaining 6 electrons. See, normally atomic number of oxygen is 8. So when you are drawing the atomic orbit structure for covalent molecule, normally we won't represent the innermost shell like ionic bonding, that is electrovalent bond. But whereas in the covalent bonding we represent only the last shell there, like electron dot structure. See, now we are not going to see electron dot structure here, just we'll see that what happens there. See, without the shell means you are representing the, because covalent molecule we are going to draw only the electron which is present in the outermost shell. Same way we are going to represent it, only the dots will be there, not the shell. So now here in oxygen case, see 6 electron in the outermost shell. So if you want to stabilize this oxygen atom, it has to get 2 more electrons there for this oxygen to get as 8. That is duplet structure. So now duplet rule it will obey. Now in the case of hydrogen, both the hydrogen atom has 1 electron and both are in need of 2 electrons. So it is from oxygen atom, one hydrogen atom is going to give 1 electron to the oxygen. The other hydrogen is going to share 1 electron to this oxygen atom. So that oxygen will be satisfied with the 8 electrons, and hydrogen also is in badly need of 1 electron to become a duplet thing there. The same way the other hydrogen also is duplet thing there. So now what we are going to do is we are going to share the electrons. So hydrogen will take up 1 electron from the oxygen, and same way taken means it is sharing. Same way this hydrogen also is going to share 1 electron from the oxygen, and oxygen also will share this 1 electron from the hydrogen. So this is how the structure has been formed. So what you are going to do here is, see this is which is the nearest noble gas for oxygen means, that is neon. So if it gets 2 electrons, it becomes the electronic configuration of nearest noble gas neon. And when you go for hydrogen, the nearest noble gas is helium. So now both are being stabilized if it shares the electrons. So draw oxygen atom in the center representing only the last shell electrons. The same way for hydrogen also. Now, so how the sharing of electron takes place, we'll see in this diagram. See right hand side. Here oxygen, when you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is getting 2 electrons from 2 hydrogen atoms. So now it has been stabilized by getting the nearest noble gas neon and obeying the octet rule. When you come for hydrogen, 2 electrons here, the same way here also this hydrogen 2, so it is obeying the duplet rule. So the nearest noble gas is helium for hydrogen. So both have been stabilized by sharing the electrons. Now when you look here, the bonding, how it takes place, oxygen and hydrogen 1. See, valency of oxygen is 1. sorry, hydrogen is 1, and the other side also hydrogen is 1, but oxygen is 2. One bonding here, the other side. See, to form a bond, we need a pair of electrons. See, this is the pair of electron which is needed to form a single bond here. And the same way here also, pair of electron, not pair of bond, pair of electron to form a single covalent bond. So this is how. So the remaining 2 electron pairs, when you see 2 electron pairs, see here, 1 electron pair, the other electron pair, which is not involved in the bond formation, that we call it as lone pairs. I think in oxygen I have said about 2 lone pairs of electrons. The same way here, 1 lone pair, the other lone pair, 2 lone pair of electrons for oxygen. So if you want, you can represent it here above this oxygen atom, below the oxygen atom, the 2 lone pairs, one above, the other lone electron pair down below the oxygen atom. So this is how we represent the atomic orbit structure for water molecule. So if you want to go for electron dot structure, the same way you are going to represent it, but we are not going to draw the last shell. The shell representation you are not going to do. I hope you understood this water molecule. We will see some more examples like ammonia. So coming to ammonia, you all know the formula of ammonia is NH3. It's not the ammonium radical which we are discussing now. It is ammonia. It's a gas. Now we'll see the atomic orbit structure of ammonia. So hydrogen, as usual, you will have 1 electron. So how many hydrogen atoms I am going to draw here? Means 3 hydrogen atoms. But just you can draw 1 hydrogen atom and you can write in front of that hydrogen as 3. Or if you want, you can draw 1 hydrogen here, the other side, this side also, or any 3 sides of continuous thing you can draw. You can draw either here, this part and this part. It's your wish. So here they have represented, instead of drawing 3 separate hydrogen atom, they have written 3. This way also you can do. It's nothing wrong in that. It's better you split and draw here 1 hydrogen, this side 1 hydrogen, the other side 1 hydrogen. Now this atomic orbit structure of ammonia, see, each hydrogen atom will be holding 1 electron there. So totally 3. So all the 3 hydrogen atoms are in badly need of 1 electron to obey that duplet rule, or to get the nearest noble gas, helium. So now in the case of nitrogen, when you come, nitrogen atomic number is 7. So 2 electron in the K shell. K shell we have not represented. As per the covalent molecule, we are representing only the electron which is present in the last shell. See, remaining 5 electrons we have drawn in the last shell. That is 1 electron pair alone is in pairs there. The 5 electrons, 1 alone we are drawing it in pair. The other 3 are splitted 1. Why we are splitting means because it is going to share those electrons with the 3 hydrogen atoms. So in such a way you have to draw the diagram. So keep it in mind that I am going to share 3 electrons of nitrogen with the hydrogen, 3 hydrogen atoms. So now this case what we are going to do is, see, if it gets 1 electron from 1 hydrogen, if it is shares, so nitrogen is getting 1 electron. The same way 1 more hydrogen with this, then 1 more hydrogen with the other one. So totally you will be getting 8 electrons here, and hydrogen also, each 3 hydrogen atom will be sharing 3 electrons from the nitrogen atom. So let's see about the right hand side. See here, when you look at this structure, see here, nitrogen, 2 electrons there, which is not involved in the bond formation. So that's what we have seen in nitrogen molecule, that is triple bond N, that is 1 lone pair is present in nitrogen atom. So this is the lone pair which is not involved in the bond formation. So now see here, it is getting 1 electron from the hydrogen there, it is sharing. The same way the other hydrogen also is sharing, the other hydrogen also is sharing. So the same way here also see 2 electrons for each hydrogen atom, duplet rule it is obeying. And nitrogen, when you come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 electron it is satisfying the nearest noble gas, neon. So this is how, so when you look at this one, this is the how the bonding takes place, single bond, single bond, single bond. So to form a bond, a pair of electron is needed here the same way, here the same way. So this lone pair is represented like this. So this is electron dot structure which they have shown here, representing this lone pair and which is involved in the bond pair, this one. So this is the atomic orbit structure of ammonia molecule. Now we'll see on to the next thing, that is methane, carbon tetrachloride and methane. So first we'll discuss about the atomic orbit structure of carbon tetrachloride. So when you come to this carbon tetrachloride, as you all know that carbon tetrachloride, see it is wrongly given here, this is carbon here in the center, the other four are chlorine atoms. See here it is very clear, carbon in the center, 4 chlorine atoms. The say other structure also, see here carbon in the center, the other 4 chlorine atoms here. Now see in this structure, see when you look into the chlorine atomic number is 17. So 287. See if this has to be stabilized, each chlorine atom has to be stabilized, means it has to get 1 electron there from the carbon to show that it has been stabilized. So which is the nearest to noble gas for chlorine, means it's argon. So that in that case it will be obeying the octet rule. When you come to carbon, carbon has to get the neon electronic configuration, that is 10, that is the nearest noble gas. Now let's see about the atomic number of carbon is 6. So 2 in the K shell, L shell 4. So you are going to represent carbon in the center, the remaining 4 chlorine atoms like a plus sign above, below and at the sides of this carbon atom. So now we'll see this. See in the case of carbon, so only the last shell electron we are going to represent. 4 electron like this, and I am not going to pair those 4 electrons there. You split it and draw in such a way it is going to share the electron with the chlorine atom. So now 1 chlorine atom you have 7 there. So 6 electrons in pairs you are going to draw. The same way here also, the other side also. So only 1 electron which is not paired, which is going to face towards the carbon atom. So in such a way you have to draw. If you are drawing 1 electron here, the other in pairs like this, so you cannot go and share the thing like this and all. So it should face inward towards the carbon atom. See what the electron which is going to pair, it has to face inward. So same way for the other chlorine also, the other chlorine here also. So now this case what we are going to do is, so if it gets 1 electron, so 4 electrons it is going to get carbon, because already in carbon atom we have only 4 electrons there. The remaining 4 electrons, if it gets, it becomes stabilized one, obeying the octet rule. So now it is going to share that 1 electron from each chlorine atom. Now coming to chlorine, see this chlorine has to be stabilized, means it has to get 1 electron to become or to obey that octet rule, 8 electrons. So each chlorine atom will be getting 1 electron from single carbon atom. So this is how the covalent bonding takes place. See in the next diagram it has been shown here how it has been sharing those 2 electrons. So for carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For chlorine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other chlorine also 8 electrons. Here also 8 electrons. The other side also. So from carbon a pair of electron has been shared there. Here also. So those electron pairs will form a bond. So 4 single covalent bonds are formed. So you don't get confused with the triple covalent and double covalent here. Here it is only single bond which is formed here, like ammonia and water molecules. Single covalent bond is formed. See here single covalent, that is 4 single covalent bonds. It is not a double bond or a triple bond like oxygen or nitrogen. The same thing you are going to follow the procedure. So this without this shell means you can show it in the electron dot structure also, only the electron representation, that is electron dot structure. Now we will pass on to the methane molecule. Coming to the methane molecules, here also you have to draw the structure of carbon in the center as usual, like carbon tetrachloride, but instead of chlorine I am going to take hydrogen atom, 4 hydrogen atom there. So now, K shell 2 electrons, so you need not worry about K electron. L shell 4 electrons, you draw it. Place the carbon in the center and all the hydrogen atoms on that is up and down and the sides of all the carbon atoms of the carbon atom. Now we'll see that, see each hydrogen is holding 1 electron. Right, so this is a hydrogen. By mistake it is given as chlorine there, please correct it. This is hydrogen atom. See, it is represented as hydrogen but it's given as Cl there. So it just corrected there, it is a hydrogen atom. So now each hydrogen atom has to get one electron. So it is going to share one electron. So the other hydrogen also, this hydrogen also, and the last hydrogen also. So it is going to form, like carbon tetrachloride, single covalent bonds. The same way you have to draw. 4 single covalent bonds are formed. So in place of chlorine, we are going to write hydrogen. So this is how the structure of methane molecule, you will get it. That is carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you look into that, is obeying the octet rule for carbon. For hydrogen, it is obeying the duplet rule. 2 electron for hydrogen. The same way the other 2 electron for hydrogen. Here also the same way for, so each 4 hydrogen atoms will be sharing 4 electrons from the carbon atom. Same way for chlorine also, each electron for chlorine, 4 electrons will get it from the one carbon atom itself, and the carbon also is going to share. So same thing what has happened in carbon tetrachloride, same for methane also, but instead of chlorine we are going to represent hydrogen. So this is the atomic orbit structure of carbon tetrachloride and methane molecule. Here also 4 single covalent bonds are formed for methane. Hope you all understood this topic. I think all this lesson gets over there, but now you have to keep on practicing this structure right from ionic bond and covalent bond. So ionic bonding means, I have told, it is complete transfer of electrons, and of course you have to draw all the shells there when you are representing atomic orbit structure, and you are supposed to represent a box bracket with the plus and the minus sign there. Whereas in the covalent molecule, you have to show the sharing of electron in such a way, you have one shell should overlap with the other one. This format you have to draw it, so that you can show how many electrons are shared for each non-atomic molecule there, how the bonding takes place. So you have to practice all this. By looking at this diagram, you may find it easy, but please practice all this thing in a homework note, so that you will find it easy when you are presenting in the exam there. So I think you have an assignment there. See page number 77, additional questions, that is from 13 to 16. You can find out the answers, and 78 full page you can find the answers. We will discuss this one in the doubt clarification session. Then you can find answers for this 2005 to 15 also there. Then practice atomic orbit structure, that is for water, ammonia, methane and carbon dioxide, which was taught in this video. Thank you all students.